everybody, and welcome back to Stardew Valley Cherry Vanilla. This time we're on episode 2, and if you don't know what this series is all about, feel free to check down in the description. There'll be a link to the playlist. Alright, let's get into it. I wake up, make sure to water my bed, and then head out for the day on day 3. And then I come back inside and check the weather. It's gonna be sunny. And I'll go back. And since it's raining today, I don't have to water any crops. And so, I made the decision to make sure to check all my animals first, before I do anything else. They're adults now, so I can get eggs. Yippee! I also completed some quests with getting eggs. I'm super excited. I make the decision to sell the first 2 eggs I get, because, I'm not doing anything else with them, and I need the money. So, after that, I decide to go ahead into town. Of course, then I decide a trip into town is not worth it today. I then decide to go back to my farm. I was very indecisive today on actually what I wanted to do with it. I made the decision that I think I'm gonna go up to the mines and do some copper farming, or not copper, clay farming, because I need clay for silos. So, and I head up to the mines to do that. The mountains with Robin's house and that kind of stuff. I also happen to find a lost book while I'm up there, as well as a leak. So if you're a new player, make sure to check out the library books that you find. They're really helpful and useful, and have some nice things that they can teach you. This is where I realized that, the mines aren't unlocked yet because it's only spring 3, and go back home and decide, I'm gonna go fishing instead. That sounds like a much better plan. So I go do that instead in town. And then I get bored of that after a while because I'm trying to catch catfish and I can't. So I decide to take my very partially haul and go and sell it to Willie. I also found a sardine in a trash can. I see Sebastian down there. Also, please let me know if you like this style of editing or if you want something that's less edited. Just so I know for the future. Because I'm trying something new with this one. And, well, I see a clam, and then I obviously have to go grab it. And then I take a look and see how much wood I actually need to fix this. I will then proceed to not fix it the whole rest of the episode. But instead, I go to my favorite fishing spot for low-level fishing, the mountain lake. The fish here are relatively easy to catch in spring, and I don't have to worry about catfish. I load up my backpack again, getting rid of some soggy newspapers that I caught earlier today for a full backpack of fish. I also go through my quests and finish the ones that I can finish. I proceed to sell everything except the green algae from my backpack and go back to my spot to fish. And then for round 2, I sell everything again except the river jug. I put that in the chest because I'll need it for later. And then it's off to bed. I leveled up my fishing that day, so that's always nice. Then I'll have a little bit bigger fishing bar. So a nice bit of change today, over 1,000 Gs. And I'm pretty happy about that for day 3. Day 4. I wake up on day 4, look at my TV, decide it doesn't have any channels that I want to watch, even though I really should be checking the fortune teller to see what my luck is. I get the hat mouse unlocked, I water my crops, then I tend to my chickens. They got eggs, so I pick up eggs. And really you only have to feed your animals on rainy days. On sunny days, if there's fodder outside, that grass for them to eat, they'll just eat that. said that, I go and do my daily egg selling. There's not much I can really do at this point before I pick up my pickaxe and start clearing this more area of my farm. I like to have things neat and tidy, and that's where I stumble into a geode. It lets me tell, the game tells me that Clint can open these at the blacksmith, and then I go back on my merry way, just chopping wood, and that kind of stuff. I put everything back in there, I check my levels, what I'm at, and then I work to clear the area to the river on my farm so I have better access for my watering can. Really, you should clear weeds with your scythe, not your axe, because it doesn't use energy. I also make a rather big mistake here in chopping this tree this way, because I can't get that wood. I lament this fact for quite a long time, and decide, yeah, I guess I'll finish cleaning up this area, but I'm done chopping trees for now. And I decide to put everything in the chest except my tools, and go into town and do a forage run. I don't find that much, so I get the backpack missing. This will give me double the storage when I'm running around, so if I do find anything else, I can grab it. The one thing I did find was a daffodil, and I give that to Carolyn to start trying to get her friendship up. I go back to my farm, and with renewed vigor, I chop some more sticks. I'm already out of energy for the day, so I decide just to go to sleep. I was very sad about it. I get an owl statue in the middle of the night, so that's fun. And only 100 G this time for my 2 eggs. On to day 5. So, waking up again, I once again look at the TV, actually check the weather forecast this time, and it's gonna rain tomorrow. I mentally make plans to go fishing while I wake up and see Marnie has a kitty cat for me. Apparently, it was a stray and it was sitting outside of my farm. I, of course, decided to take it in. I quickly named the kitty cat Nemo, after my own beautiful kitty cat at home. Marnie wishes us luck, and she leaves for the day. My parsnips are finally ready, and Willie says that he is selling a better fishing pole now. Exciting. I won't pick it up. The parsnips are done, so my farming level has upgraded, so that's exciting. I check the rest of my mail and find that the mines are open now. Yippee! So I get very excited and trade in my tools to go see some mining. I also decide to put down my mixed seed and get those watered. I find the owl statue right in the middle of the way, so I move that real quick. I also grab some fodder and make sure that my chickens have plenty of food just in case I forget to give it to them tomorrow. I sell my eggs, and I sell all but one parsnip. George wants me to get a cart for him, so I decide to pick that up too. I give Evelyn the parsnip because I picked up a quest for it. I wait until Pierre's opens at 9, for about an hour after I did a little forage check in the area. So I run over to him, and I get some more seeds. I get a bean, cauliflower, potato, and some tulip seeds. I also contemplated very heavily getting that wallpaper, but decided that I can always get it out of the catalog later, and I'd rather have the seeds. I also grabbed a kale seed, just because it's the only one that, there, so I might as well. It ended up being perfect because I ended up getting the exact number of seeds that I needed to complete my 15 slots for my farm crop. I go to the mines and I give Linus a leek that I found all the way up there, and proceed into the mines. This is where I meet Marlin looking down a mine shaft. He notices me come in and starts talking to me. I was just peering down this old mine shaft. It's been abandoned for decades. Still, there's probably good ore down there, but a dark place undisturbed for so long, I'm afraid that isn't the only thing you'll find. Here, take this. You might need it. So he gives me a rusty sword. It's not much, but hey, you gotta start somewhere. With that, he introduces himself, says he's part of the Adventurers Guild, and that he's gonna keep an eye on us and might make us a member if we prove ourselves. With that out of the way, I can now start mining. I don't like mining in this game, but yeah, it can be nice. Mainly it's because of the enemies. I don't like having to deal with them. The mining itself isn't bad, but just be careful to watch your energy while you're in there. Do note, though, that swinging weapons does not take energy, while using your tools does. So you are free to slay as many monsters as you would like to in the mines, but you cannot smash up every rock. You'll also see me going after specifically those gray rocks. That's because they are guaranteed to give you 3 mining. And at such a low level, it should level us up pretty quickly. Yeah, I also got a new weapon here, so I switched out my rusty sword for the wooden club. It does more damage, and it also can kill slimes faster, thanks to the skill it has. I eat some food while I'm down here to get my energy back, and then proceed to get some nice bits of copper, an amethyst, and quartz, all on the same floor. This floor has a lot of copper. Unfortunately, I'm very low on energy, and I'm about to leave the mines when I see all these slimes and all that copper up there. And if the slimes give me algae, I can eat that and get to the copper. I also found a purple rock, and that gave me an emerald. After that, I petted Nemo, and then I went to bed. I unlocked farming level 1, so I got the scarecrow, and mining level 1, which gives me the cherry bomb. Not a lot of money today, only 602. But hey, gotta start somewhere. On to day 6. Today's a rainy day, so I wake up, pet my cat, check my TV, and then decide not to check my TV and go outside. And today, Glenn's here to talk to me. He noticed I've been breaking rocks and finding ore, so he decided that, it probably would be prudent to give me a furnace so I can make ingots. But unfortunately, he only gives me the blueprint instead. I have to make my own furnace, because it's a crafting game. Glenn then tells me if I make bars and have enough money, then I can actually get my tools upgraded from him at the blacksmith. So, yippee! I look in the mail, and it's Marlin telling me that if I slay 10 slimes, he'll let me into his guild. I consider it. Then Robin gives me an advertisement for a well. The water's close enough on this map that I don't really feel like I need it, so I don't. I put my stuff for the mines away because I picked it. Even though I make the mistake of putting my hoe in there too, which I will need later today, but I choose not to go back for it. This will irritate me later. I go pet my chickens, and they're already fed because I brought in food yesterday. I close my gate, even though it's raining, because, why not? I like a closed gate. I decide now to make my scarecrow and finish up that quest. It takes me some math to get the 8 tiles right, but I eventually do. And then I put it down. No more crows will be eating my crops anytime soon. I also decide I'm here, might as well make that furnace before I forget. I also grab the coal so I can start making copper ingots. You need 5 of any given ingot before you can actually upgrade your tools to the next level. And then to make an ingot, you're going to need coal and the required ore. I get a catfish from a trash can, and then I go to the museum to see that somebody has made off with the entire collection. I agree to help and give it all back, and that's why I saved all those gems I found in the mines. Easy enough, I just pop them in there. Gunther has no problem letting me put them wherever I want to, because, hey, I'm the one who found them. he might as well let me move him around. I take the money from finishing his quest, and then just clear up my journal so the little exclamation point will stop flashing. I then proceed to go to my favorite little spot, and fish. After I fish, I go ahead and give George his carp that I caught in said lake. I find a skeletal tail later, and put that in the museum, giving me a new reward. And flower seeds, which is absolutely fantastic. So I hoe out 9 more spots, and put them down. You'll also see me sell some of the fish I found in driftwood for whatever reason. Don't know why. Doesn't sell for anything. Just getting out my inventory space, I guess. You'll see that I hoed some land there, but I didn't use it. That is because I was actually looking for clay. But not popped up. I'm not very experienced with clay farming, so you know. I actually level up my foraging skill just then, while I'm chopping down some trees, just to use the last bit of my energy. Because I have it, and I have time to use it, so I might as well get rid of it. I put the rest of the stuff in the chest, and it's time to go to bed on another day. I level up my foraging, like I said this time. I get a nice little tidy sum of almost 500G. And then it's on to Spring 7 in the next episode. Oh man, these were a lot of rainy days for spring, wasn't it? Well, maybe it'll be more sunny in the future, but hey, I still can't believe I found that catfish in a trash can. I mean, hey, it's not the freshest fish, but I'll take it, okay? I still have to catch one for the Fishopedia, but look, I'll get there, alright? I'll get there. Maybe I'll get to catch one in like episode 3 or 30. Who knows? See you next time.